Most welcome. Hi, everyone. We are glad to see you all here. Did you know that green entrepreneurship has seen significant growth in recent years, with interesting innovation and investments globally?
Yes, and also did you know that land restoration is a very important approach to fight climate change and food insecurity?
Exactly. Restoring land has many great benefits. But did you also know that many of the most innovative climate solutions today are being developed by young entrepreneurs?
Absolutely, young people are definitely leading the way. And also green businesses are grabbing the attention of investors around the world. They're gaining momentum more and more.
Correctly, Paula. And that's how actually the Youth Ecopreneur Programme began, with a vision to scale young entrepreneurs for a sustainable tomorrow.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Youth Ecopreneur Awards here at ChangeNOW.
My name is Milena, and I represent the International Trade Center, the UN agency for small and medium-sized businesses.
And my name is Paula, and I represent the G20 Global Land Initiative at the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification.
Yeah, and together we are very excited to welcome you all here to celebrate youth innovation, entrepreneurship, and solutions for a sustainable future. Today's event is really the final stage of the Youth Ecopreneur Programme, or maybe you have heard the short form YECO, how we like to call them. Similar to an entrepreneur, we also scaled up. We began as a pitch award competition, and we scaled now up to a full-fledged program over the years. We are now in the second year of its program. Today's awards really mark a milestone of a powerful journey from the entrepreneurs of this year's cohort, from inspiring entrepreneurs who are working on land restoration and green solutions.
Exactly. So how did we end up here? Well, this year cohort broke all of our records. We received 1,500 applications from around the world, over 125 countries. Last September, we chose the top 225 to enter the first phase of our program, the Global Bootcamp. In the bootcamp, ecopreneurs receive master classes on very important topics, such as business development, IP, legal foundations, access to finance. In addition, in the bootcamp, there's also a lot of opportunities for networking. We give them the chance to have virtual coffee chats with one another, and I'm pretty sure some of the deals and partnerships were already beginning in this phase.
Yeah, I heard great deals about it. We also participated. It's always great.
Yeah.
So after the 10 weeks of the first phase, what we call the bootcamp phase, the top 25 were selected to join our global accelerator. And there they received more in-depth, personalized trainings, mentoring support, and also one-on-one coaching from our partners, EY. The businesses in the land restoration category also received $5,000 of grants and other additional benefits, such as pro bono legal support from the Sidley, Austin legal firm, and access to the Google Startup for Sustainable Development program afterwards.
Exactly. And this February, we chose our top 8 finalists. And these 8 ecopreneurs are here with us today, and they'll be pitching their businesses live on the stage. And they're competing to win the Youth Ecopreneur Awards and the prize of $10,000 per category: land restoration and green business.
And you know what, Paula? It doesn't even end here. After today, they are all joining our YECO alumni group. So all entrepreneurs will become YECO alumni and will benefit from many more opportunities in the years and months to come. So I want to also ask the audience, so please raise your hand if you're a YECO alumni, so then later you can also start connecting.
All right. Let's see,
Perfect.
We have an alumni. Yes.
So we have startups, and we would like you to also connect with each other afterwards. So don't be shy to connect and make new connections today.
Absolutely. And Milena, I'll take a very quick moment to thank our partners. The YECO program is not only run by the G20 Global Land Initiative and ITC, but we also receive the amazing support from our partners. We have WIPO, Sidley, Google Startups for Sustainable Development, and EY. So through that collaboration, this program is what it is, and it's so successful.
Great. Yes, and before we go into pitching, we actually want to have a very quick discussion with some of the industry leaders. So please welcome on the stage Vanessa Ergebro, Director of Division of Sustainable and Inclusive Trade at the International Trade Center. Most welcome. Then Adrienne de Malaret, co-founder of Genesis Soil Health, and Business for Land champion. Most welcome. And then Dalila Hamou, Director of External Relations Division at the World Intellectual Property Organization.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here with us. To start the conversation, we wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit spark fresh thinking and innovative thinking as well. So we've prepared a little exercise. We have a few prompts inside this box, and I'm going to kindly ask you to pick one, read it out loud, and simply finish the sentence. Whatever comes to mind, it is. There's no right or wrong answers. So.
Can't see what the question. Oh, okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. It's fantastic to be here with you today. Before I finish the sentence, allow me 1 second to say that what's exciting me so much is I always say we're going through a moment of cataclysmic upheaval, but at the same time, it's a moment of renewal. And what I see here is so many people who are part of that renewal. So thank you for being part of that, and it's really exciting to be here with you. So my question is, if I could invest in one climate solution, it would be a solution related to energy transition, whether that's production, storage, transmission, etc. Because never has there been a moment when energy transition is not just about climate, but it's also about resilience, and it's also about competitiveness. So right now, I think is the moment to invest in energy transition. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can keep the question for yourself. Amazing. I'll go up next. This is to make excitement, guys. All right. Perhaps we can switch.
Do you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. So thank you for everyone. Thank you to be there. I'm really happy to see all these young entrepreneurs there. So my question today is, one problem in sustainability I wish a startup would solve tomorrow is, so I think it's risk anticipation. 10 years after the Paris Agreement, it's difficult to think that we can stay below the 2 degree that we want to have. So risk anticipation becomes something really important, I think. And youth entrepreneurs have AI, have modelizations, have many tools that they can use to define this kind of risk. And so I think it's the most important problem.
Alrighty. And last but not least.
Yes, good afternoon. Very delighted to represent the World Intellectual Property Organization here, to see so many entrepreneurs that can leverage and use their innovation to get an asset and gain from their ideas and be able to really be sustainable, not only sustainable in the sense of climate change, but in the sense also of well-being, of economic growth, and many others. Thank you for this opportunity I see, and all the partners, G20 and others. If I could invest in one climate solution, it would be, I think, green technologies coming from the World Intellectual Property Organization. I know that there is many technologies available and free in some cases of charge. We have a database that connects the seekers and the users, and we will be very, very happy to count you among these, seekers or users of the available technologies. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this. I think one round of applause for these answers. So that was actually fun with our little out-of-the-box experience, literally speaking. And we would like now to dive a little bit deeper into the material and the topic. So Vanessa, we would start with you. With your vast experience in trade and sustainability topics, how can actually international trade become a driver for scaling green innovations and sustainable solutions? Back to you.
Thank you very much, Milena. So I think there's no shortage of innovation, no shortage of ideas. I think where we find a challenge is in adoption and in scale. And this is where I think international trade can help. I think it doesn't guarantee the adoption on scale, but it can certainly help. So I would like to take the opportunity to highlight three key ways in which I think international trade can help. First is in global value chains. Supporting companies to participate in global value chains as a highway for the transmission of ideas, as a highway for the dispersion of innovation, as a highway for access to the technologies, and so on, that can actually help scale those ideas. Second is on trade policy. So trade policy can help make technologies more affordable, can help make the goods and services that make these ideas flourish and actually take root accessible. So this is the second way in which trade policy can support. And then third, trade is also provides access to networks, to investors, to communities that, and to coalitions that can actually help entrepreneurs, innovations, and ideas plug into real ways of working. So these are a few of the ideas I wanted to share about international trade. Yeah, let me stop there and looking at the time as well.
Very valuable 3 points, and I would just piggyback on the last one on community. That's also what we really value here a lot, like on with the Youth Ecopreneur Programme, building this community of young entrepreneurs, of really supporting each other and helping them throughout the way. So thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. And up next, I wanted to reach to Ariane, yourself as a Business for Land champion and as a co-founder of Genesis. We want to know, you are supporting regenerative agriculture and soil health. What do you think the role of private sector should be in advocating for sustainable land use, sustainable land management, and water management as well?
Yes, thank you, Paola. You know that land degradation is driven by two main forces. The first one is the climate change, drought, floods, all extreme events are degrading soils. And the second forces, it's the way we commercially exploit soils, lands across sectors. So it could be textile or food industry, it could be mining, it could be, I don't know, biofuels. So we use the soil and we need the soil to produce. And so these kind of industries, they have a responsibility. Okay, but it's also a question of sustainability for them, for their business. That's really important. But sometimes these kind of industries, they must change the way they are producing. But large company like that, it's difficult to move fast, it's difficult to change, it's difficult for them to innovate. And that's why we need entrepreneurs, we need startups. They are the main, it's like, you know, they are solution providers. And that's really important. They have the idea why they are youth entrepreneurs, because I think that they can think out of the box. They have a new mindset. They are mission driven, but they see things differently. And so we need them to go faster to find new solutions. And so private sector, the role of the private sector, from your question at first, the role of the private sector is really, really important because they are one of the main causes of the degradation. And the role of startups and youth entrepreneurs is really, really important because they can provide the solutions that large company needs.
Yep.
That's why.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Big companies need to start looking internally into how they did their operations and change that, and also our young entrepreneurs more and the merrier to support also those processes. So absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we would now ask you, like from WIPO perspective, what should young innovators know about protecting their ventures when they are scaling and in their journey to really go international?
Yes, intellectual property is often not known because all people they think it's more a legal matter, but it's about, it's very important for young entrepreneurs to know more about intellectual property, as mentioned before, to leverage, to take their ideas from laboratory or from their lab or to the market. Because I think the private sector is here, was talking about scaling up, but I will talk about bridging, and trying to bridge between the innovator, inventor, universities and industry. It's very, very important. And I invite all young entrepreneurs here to really learn more about intellectual property and use it. We know that the current economy is based on intangible assets. To make their ideas and tangible assets, they need to use the intellectual property. And there's different, tools. It's not only about patent. There's patent, trademark, designs, copyright, many others that could be used by all of these small and medium enterprises to take, as mentioned before, safely their ideas to the market.
Indeed. Thank you so much for these insights. And it's, I think, a very valuable lesson. Many businesses realize too late in their journey that this also is important to protect.
Yeah, absolutely. And to wrap up, and actually it's very similar to our mentioning, you are encouraging young people and young entrepreneurs to look into IP and the importance of that. If you were to give one piece of advice to a young entrepreneur, what would it be? Perhaps I start from this side.
3 words. Be agile, network like beasts, and persist.
Yes. I think that deserves some applause, yes.
I totally agree. I think be a problem solver. And I think that's really, really important. Be a problem solver and stay You must think about your first vision, always. Stay near your first vision, yeah.
Yeah, very well.
Yes, I think strategy from the beginning, have a clear strategy, what is your asset, as mentioned before, how you can strategize, as mentioned by also you have to keep, confidential your innovation until it's protected, because otherwise you will lose your priority rights. And also failure is not an issue, and be protective of the planet also, as we are talking about climate change and green technologies. Thank you.
Thank you. That's also a big round of applause. Thank you, all the 3 of you, so much for your insights and your questions. We ask you now to take a seat back. And you hope that you enjoy the pitches, which are now happening.
Yes, so while our colleagues help move the seats, allow me to introduce our jury panel for the actual pitch competition. They will be the ones in charge of selecting who the winner is. So we are very lucky to have a very diverse group, from corporate to law to the UN. So up first we have Tim Christopherson, Global Lead for VP for Nature-Based Solutions at Salesforce. So perhaps if you could stand up and the audience will be able to see you. Big round of applause. Lisa G. Thomas, Partner and MD at HTG Samata. Welcome. Sarah Holloway, Global Corporate Responsibility Manager at EY Ripples. Dalila Hamou, we've heard from her before, Director of External Relations Division at WIPO. And last but not least, Diana Carvalho, Pro Bono Manager at Sidley Austin. Thank you very much for joining us.
Exactly. And now we start actually the part where all the audience, I guess, why you are actually here. Let's begin. We start with the pitches of today, and we want to introduce you shortly to our finalists. So youth are often depicted as the leaders of tomorrow, but you can see with their businesses, they're actually the leaders of today. We have 5 entrepreneurs competing for the land restoration category and 3 businesses for the green business category. So let's give them already a big round of applause for making it this far and really up to Paris.
Yes.
Well done.
Absolutely. So we begin with the land restoration category. Now, these entrepreneurs are working on different solutions, either land restoration, soil health, sustainable livelihoods. They will have 3 minutes to pitch, followed by 1 question from our jury panel. So, up first, we welcome Liv van Grimsen, co-founder of Small Cities Africa and flew all the way from Malawi. Big round of applause.
Imagine waking up in the middle of the night in a village hut in rural Malawi. It's been raining for 2 weeks straight. You wake to the sound of your door creaking, and as you look, you see water rushing into your home. You then realize that the walls are leaning. In an instant, you know what's about to happen. You grab your 4 children and you run. And as you step into the pouring rain and the flood waters, part of your home collapses behind you. This is the story of the Nyangu family. But it's not only their story, it's the story of more than 500,000 Malawians who lost their homes and farms during Cyclone Freddy. In Malawi, 80% of families live in homes that are made from bricks that require chopping down and burning trees. In addition, 60% of land is degraded due to poor agricultural practices. And with the population set to scale in the next 25 years, that means that land degradation and climate shocks are only set to scale. But at Small Farm Cities, we're building another way. We build resilient homes and communities that actively work to reverse and mitigate the shocks of climate change and land degradation. It starts with the home. Instead of using burnt bricks, we use environmentally friendly, stabilized soil bricks. We then work with families to do regenerative agriculture around the home in order to generate an income that can then pay back that home. The result? Green, resilient communities where families can thrive. Our communities integrate stabilized soil bricks, biochar and compost, agroforestry, and climate-smart irrigation. We have 3 interlocking revenue streams. The first is the home, which we build for $1,000, sell for $1,300. The second is the micro-mortgage financing. That is a built-in 3-year repayment program. The third is we take a % of every agricultural sale. Our competitive advantage, we are 1/10 the price of other leading home providers. We are the only ones that offer financing to ultra-affordable homes. And our homes are eco-friendly, income-generating, and have high-quality construction. Now, some see affordable housing as one of the biggest challenges of our generation. 150 million homes are needed in Africa alone. We see this as a $195 billion market opportunity and a $1 billion opportunity if we capture 1/5 of Malawi and Kenya's market. We have serious traction to date. 50 eco-homes built, 125 full-time jobs created, 900 tons of vegetables sold, and serious environmental impact. We just had a revenue of $300,000, and now we expanded from Malawi into Kenya. We're blessed to have serious partners and awards, and now we're seeking $1 million to build 200 units in Malawi and Kenya. Of course, it takes a community to build a community, and we're grateful for our senior leadership team to grow us to this point. So, if you're interested in being part of a solution that can help families like the Nyangus go from losing their homes to floods to now reversing the impacts and drivers of floods through sustainable homes and communities, well then look no further than Small Farm Cities Africa. Thank you.
One is All right, big round of applause. Now it's time for the jury for their 1 question. I think our colleagues will give you the mic. Sorry.
Okay.
We had to decide who was getting the question.
Yeah.
So the question I have is, you just talked about expanding from Malawi into Kenya. How do you think you're going to have to pivot your model to go into a different country?
Say that one more time?
How do you think you're going to have to pivot your model to go into a distinctively different country?
Yes. So it starts with the leadership team. That's where it all begins. Someone who's, of course, in Kenya, knows and understands the culture and the current context. The other thing that we're extremely excited, though, about Kenya is that in Kenya, we're actually now looking to partner with a mortgage provider. So the big thing for us now is that we can take the mortgages off of our balance sheet, so then we can start to replicate this model a lot quicker. In Malawi right now, there are less than 5,000 mortgages across the entire country. Kenya has an active mortgage market, and so that's why we're pivoting to Kenya. It's a much bigger market, it's a lot more investor friendly, and mortgages actually exist, and we're hoping to bring them down to the ultra affordable home category then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You go.
Okay. Thank you so much. Well done. Now on the stage, we have Maria Vilvana Anora, the founder of Ato Ani, coming all the way from the Philippines. Please, big round of applause for Maria.
Okay. Good day, everyone. So, you know, my late grandparents were farmers, and I've seen how farmers work tirelessly yet lose much of their harvest. They earn less than $10 a day, most of which goes to fertilizers that degrade their soil. These are the people that feed us, yet they are the most underserved. This is why we created Ato Ani, to help farmers grow what the market needs. We do this through our produce-to-demand farming as a service model, which include iCrop, distribution, and carbon credits. First, iCrop. It helps reduce wastage by providing data-driven recommendations on crop growing based on crop soil compatibility and demand. We have validated it at 88% accuracy, and we will revamp it to be AI-driven using the US AI patent transferred to us from Panasonic and the iCrop patent we filed. Second, distribution. It helps increase farmers' income by providing fresh produce to corporate customers, such as hotels and restaurant chains. Lastly, those farmers adopting regenerative practices can access incentives, which is an additional income stream provided by our partners with decades of decarbonization experience. Overall, we have helped increase income of farmers by up to 15% and reduce crop wastage to 0 to 5%. We are different, as we are more than just a distributor or an advisory firm. We actually integrate both to a data-driven supply chain. This is why our distribution competitors can potentially become our customers. This positions Ato Ani within an $8 billion agriculture supply chain opportunity across Southeast Asia. And our team combines agriculture, technology, and community experience. We are revenue generating and cash positive while remaining bootstrapped. And revenue is grown further with the projects we started last year. To make this happen, we are seeking $500,000. 20% would go to the AWD project targeting 20,000 hectares of rice farms, and 80% will go towards scaling of ube production. Ube is actually a crop that is native to the Philippines and has a rising popularity here in France, which is used in latte as an alternative to matcha. You know, there is current supply in the Philippines is very low, but there is extensive urgent export demand. To bridge this gap, we are targeting 5,000 hectares through our FAST model. And we have received interest from a growing number of corporate customers across Europe, Asia, and Canada who are requiring volumes of 1 ton per customer per month. That we need to export like May of this year, right? So it is urgent. With this, we hope that you help us, with the smallholder farmers, you know, grow what the market or the world needs. Just like what my late grandparents are, we hope that they can thrive and not just survive. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed that. I loved how you spoke about how your competitors can become customers.
Customers, yes.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Okay, so distributors in our country actually they just aggregate things. So what happens is that there's a lot of wastage. So we mentioned about data-driven approach. iCrop that I've mentioned that was validated at 88% accuracy, and we will revamp to be AI-driven. So that means we understanding, for example, hotels they have recurring orders. We have recurring orders from these customers. We understand what based on their menu, the chefs and all. So we provide recommendations to the farmers on what to plant so that there would be no more wastage. And most of the crops that they plant are the ones that are recurrently being produced, and others are supplied by the other aggregators. So these aggregators who have a lot of excess supply can tap us to actually help them make it more data driven.
Round of applause. Congratulations. That was great. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's fine. So up next, we have Margaret Banjiku. Unfortunately, Margaret couldn't be with us today due to a family emergency. However, she has provided her pitch in a video. She is from Kenya, and it is the founder of Pollen Smart Hive Limited. So now we will hear from Margaret.
Pollinate a third of all the food we eat. At the age of 9 months, my parents took me from Nairobi to go live up country with my grandparents. This was due to unavoidable circumstances. Growing up in a farming community, I saw firsthand the struggle of a small-scale farmer, especially those whose livelihood depended on bees for pollination. And yet, according to the United Nations, 40% of bee colonies collapse each and every year, 60% in Africa, and this is no different in my country, Kenya. And because of this, farmers lack bees to pollinate their crops. In a bid for farmers to increase their yields, they tend to use excessive fertilizers and even harmful farm inputs. If this continues, projections show that by the year 2030, agriculture will be producing more CO2 emissions as compared to fossil fuels. We have a solution for this. One, an AI-powered precision pollination device. It's mounted on the farm. It's able to take the size, shape, topography, and even the blooming schedule of the farm. This information is sent to a dashboard, and you're able to know where exactly to place the hives for proper pollination services. Pollination is not possible without healthy bees. This is where a second device comes in. It's placed inside the roof of the beehive. It's able to take perimeters inside the hive, and this information is sent to our beekeepers via simple SMS on their phones on the condition of the hive and even a solution just in case there's a problem. Our business model is two-pronged. The smart device that goes for $2 a month, and precision pollination that goes for $10 an acre. We have carefully segmented our beachhead market to target about 1.8 million beekeepers in Kenya, Tanzania, and Ethiopia. We are also looking to serve about 15 million small-scale farmers by the year 2027. We are currently serving over 5,000 beekeepers and small-scale farmers. We've been able to scale in the US with the help of Cornell University. The value that you give to a customer is one, affordability and accessibility, global adaptability, high performance, and many more. We beat our competitors by the fact that we are affordable, we offer holistic approach, and even high performance technology. We have restored over 10,000 acres of land through precision pollination and about 1.2 acres of mangrove and bamboo forest through beekeeping. We've been able to stop about 127 tons of CO2 from being emitted. This is monthly. We've also been able to train farmers, about 5,000 farmers, on sustainable agriculture practices. We have an AI training platform where we train women and youths on AI and IoT, and later on employ them as our field agents. We have both global and local partners. All of this is made possible by our able team with background in community engagement, engineering, agriculture, and even business management. We are asking for 100,000 to help us scale our innovation. Our team consists of passionate women who love agriculture, serial entrepreneurs, and data scientists who come together to ensure that everyone wins: nature, small-scale farmers, and beekeepers. We do all of this to make sure that Africa is food secure, championing SDG 2, zero hunger. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for the question.
Also, is it all right? Yeah. To try and mirror the live conditions of the event, the jury prepared one question for Margaret, and the question was to mirror the exact live. Sorry, that was different. What evidence do you have that farmers are willing and able to consistently pay for your service, and how does that influence your ability to scale? So now we'll hear from her answer. Let's see.
For the question. So it's true that you're targeting small-scale farmers, and the proof that they have the ability to pay is the fact that we've seen consistent in the paying methods. This is because we list the device at a very affordable price, $2 on a monthly basis, and precision pollination for $10. So we've seen over the last 2 years, we've seen paying customers, paying return customers. So this gives us the confidence that we are charging it right and that they're able to pay for our devices. And the fact that they are in the rural areas, we make sure that we send them SMSs instead of using WhatsApp or even internet. So once we collect the data, we send the information to them via just a simple SMS on their phones. Anyone who has even the smallest phone can be able to access SMS, and we do this in their local languages. So this enables us to connect straight to them, even though they're in a low connectivity area. How this affects our ability to scale? We've seen, I would say that we have field agents on the ground who are working on us, who are working with us to be able to reach the small-scale farmer. So we've seen the ability for us to be able to grow through this, because we've started with 500 customers, and at the moment we have over 5,000. So this means that we have a very large market out there. We are looking at a beachhead market of around 1.8 million small-scale farmers in East Africa, and we already have a percentage of this. So this means that we have market, and our startup or our innovation is able to scale in even other parts of Africa.
Well done, Margaret, and we wish you all the best here from Paris all the way to Kenya. We wish you that you're feeling better and your family as well. So well done for these answers. Next, we have Joshua Forte, all the way from Barbados, from the Caribbean. Welcome to the stage. He is the founder of Red Diamond Compost. Over to you.
The future of our food doesn't begin in the supermarket. It begins in the soil. And today, one third of the world's soils are already degraded, and more than half of global food production depends on synthetic fertilizers and chemical inputs. We are feeding billions, but eroding the biological foundation that makes food possible. When I was 18, I became seriously ill. While recovering, I started growing leafy greens for my iguana Apollo, and I began eating them too. Within a week, my energy returned and changed how I see food, health, and agriculture, because everything begins with soil. A couple years later, massive quantities of sargassum seaweed began washing up on Caribbean beaches. After a decade, over 40 million metric tons will hit our region this year. Most people saw a disaster. I saw a biological resource. I discovered how to collect and convert this biomass into multi-action biostimulants, yielding 25% more marketable crops, 50% less synthetic chemicals used, and generating up to $2,000 more per hectare for farmers from locally sourced products they can rely on, even when global supply chains fail. But the real insight wasn't just the products. I realized that every region across the world has its own organic resources. If these resources can be converted into biological inputs, then agriculture can be rebuilt locally anywhere in the world. So the question became, how do we solve that? To do that, we developed DMX, our bioconversion platform. DMX maps regional biomass and enables partners to manufacture locally. AI manages feedstock variability and learns from soil and crop performance, continuously improving the system. Today, we sell biological inputs to agrochemical distributors and commercial farmers. As we scale, regional partners will license DMX to manufacture locally, creating a network of regenerative production hubs. Our competitive advantage comes from feedstock control, a suite of biological inputs, and a distributed production platform, a resilient system designed to scale globally and powered by DMX. Agriculture represents a $400 billion global fertilizer market, with biostimulants a $21 billion rapidly growing segment. Over the past decade, I've built deep expertise in biomass conversion and regenerative agriculture. Today, our team is comprised of expertise in agricultural engineering, industrial operations, and international business. We're raising $3 million. This enables us to deploy our AI-enabled version of DMX and to expand our market entry and scale our operations. This journey started with my illness and feeding my iguana Apollo. But today is about something much bigger. Red Diamond Compost is rebuilding Earth's biological infrastructure from the soil up. Thank you.
Well done. Jury, over to you.
Can I do it? Okay. Thank you so much for your presentation and for the enthusiasm. My question has to do with how do you actually guarantee quality when you have inputs from bioproducts like sargassum, and if there are any environmental risks associated with that? So about monitoring and evaluation as well. Thanks.
Thank you. So for that situation, testing is very important. So we have to test the feedstock material. When we collect like the sargassum, we have to analyze it there to see what the composition of it, if it has anything that we need to be concerned about, like heavy metals, and if it's within our controllable zone. Once we clear that stage, then we also still monitor it through the production process, and then our final end product is tested again to make sure that it's within all the safety measures that we need to adhere to. What we're doing as we scale up to integrate the AI technology is to allow us to actually monitor that in real time. So we analyze the raw material that goes into the system, and as we're producing as well, we're able to monitor and manage the production parameters so that we also make sure that the quality and consistency of the product is not varying from season to season or from one material to the next. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Good job.
Thank you.
Hannah. I know the jury have a lot of questions to ask. Unfortunately, we are very tight timing, but there will be an opportunity later on to address those in the networking. So up next, we have our entrepreneur. No, it's fine. Our entrepreneur all the way from Argentina, Camila Saz. She's the co-founder of Satellites on Fire. Very eager to pitch. So bienvenida, Camila. The stage is yours. Sorry.
Wildfires are burning more than twice the land they did 20 years ago, and we are still fighting them the same way we did in 1950. In 2020, we saw firsthand the tragedy of family and friends losing their homes to wildfires in Argentina. We needed to understand why these fires weren't being stopped in time, so we spent months speaking with firefighters, forest rangers, and experts. We found that most fire stations still rely on a citizen call to know a fire has started. And by the time they get to the place, it's already too late. Every hectare burn takes 20 years to regenerate and costs $17,000 in damages. Behind every hectare, there are communities losing their crops, their water, and their health. Wildfire smoke kills over 1.5 million people every year. That's a gap we built Satellites on Fire to close. We built Satellites on Fire to stop wildfires before they spread, combining satellites every 5 minutes, tower-mounted cameras, and proprietary AI models that are detecting fires faster than NASA, the most used system in Latin America. Since launching, we have grown to protect 29 customers across 19 countries, from Latin America to Ghana and Philippines, with 100 retention rate and 5x our ARR since our pre-seed round. In the last quarter alone, we helped tackle more than 400 wildfires, and the largest insurance in the world, Aon have chosen us as their wildfire data partner and included us in their premium. We operate with a scalable B2B SaaS model, and we work with governments, forestry companies, insurance, and agriculture producers, sending them WhatsApp alert when a fire has just started near them. We have grown our team to 17 people, and we have raised $3.6 million. We are backed by the MIT, the Green Climate Accelerator, the founder of Reddit, and Tim Draper. To truly protect against wildfires, companies need to assess their risk, they need satellites to monitor vast territories, they need cameras for faster detection, and they need AI to predict fire behavior. Today, no competitor combines these four. We combine all these technologies into a single software-based platform. While others work with hardware or isolated tools, we enhance each data source, enabling us to detect fires faster than any other company. Forest fire protection is $120 billion global market. In Latin America alone, it's an $8.3 billion market, and it's largely unprotected. We have just closed our $2.7 million seed round. In 18 months, we will reach $3.5 million in ARR, and we will be ready for a Series A to expand into response and suppression technologies. The capital is ready. What we need now are partners, governments, insurance, and climate leaders that want to scale the impact with us. Thank you.
Hi, I should probably disclose that Salesforce is an investor in Pano AI. So can you just repeat how you differentiated from their model? Because I understand you have a different approach.
So we are a software-based system, and we get inside and we connect to each software. We connect to cameras, we connect to satellites, and with our AI models, we detect fires faster, on average 35 minutes faster than NASA system. That is the most used system in Latin America.
Congratulations, that's it for the land restoration category. Big round of applause.
Now you can all do a very deep breath. You have done it. Well done for the land restoration category. Before we actually move on, we heard about the program. We heard from them to pitch. We wanted to take a little bit of an energizer and get to know the room here. I mean, it's an open room, but still, we want to hear from you. So we have prepared a little bit of an activity, and we want to ask you actually to raise your hand when the statement applies to you. So our first question is, raise your hand if you are an entrepreneur as well. Woohoo!
All right.
Okay, we have quite some entrepreneurs here.
Yes, absolutely. I think, I hope there's a lot of synergies between entrepreneurs, and I encourage you all to stay later on and chat with our YECO from the program and also some of the alumni that are in the room. Now, let's see if we have some investors in the room. Okay.
Great. Okay, the money is here. That's what we are wanting to see as well. We heard the entrepreneurs are actively seeking funds, so catch them later and see there are some interesting investment opportunities. And now, let's move beyond titles and functions. We want to hear and see how many of you want to see a positive change in the world. Yay!
Yeah, I need to see more hands. We're at ChangeNOW. We need to see. Yes, absolutely. Fantastic. Great. You are the type of audience that our entrepreneurs definitely need.
Great. Okay, so now we are a little bit energized. We have moved a little bit. So we are ready to the second part of the program today. We're going to move to the green business category. These entrepreneurs are building innovative companies that combine environmental impact with sustainable businesses. Our first green business finalist here, already standing, is Mohamed Khaled, the co-founder of NOW, coming all the way from Egypt. Big round of applause. Welcome. Please come.
Hello, everyone. This is Mohamed Khaled. I am the co-founder and CTO of NOW. NOW is a multi-award-winning company manufacturing and developing innovative renewable energy solutions. As you may know, more than 2.8 billion people worldwide lacks access to clean energy and also safe water. In Egypt alone, farmers used to spend more than 20K US dollars annually just on diesel generators and fetching drinkable water. I'd like to introduce you to Omar. Omar is a friend of mine who manages a 100-acre farm in Western Desert in Egypt. Omar used to spend more than 20,000 US dollars just on diesel generators and fetching drinkable water for his family and workers. That's why we invented LifeBox. LifeBox is a patent-pending, all-in-one self-contained unit that can deliver both clean energy and also safe water, all from the same unit and only using solar power. LifeBox can be deployed to farming businesses and also rural communities, and it comes with range of 5 kilowatts up to 250 kilowatts per a single unit, desalinating or purifying water up to 1,000 meter cube per day. LifeBox is a dual supply of clean energy and safe water, and it's also batteryless. So LifeBox has the least kilowatt hour per meter cube, and also it's totally plug and play. So the largest unit can be deployed in less than 6 days. And what's the best part? It comes with a full remote control and monitoring system. So all of its parameters are being monitored and controlled, and as well as the impact. Our market is diverse and huge. It's estimated to be more than 30 billion US dollars, and we aim to acquire at least 40 million US dollars by 2030. Our revenue model is simple. We sell LifeBox units through direct sales or pay-as-you-grow model through our innovative model of SIAS, which is solar irrigation as a service. Our traction so far, we have deployed more than 37 units across 9 governorates in Egypt and even in UAE and Tajikistan, with a total revenue of 1.7 million US dollars of sales till today. These are a couple of impressions for our LifeBox units in action for farming businesses and also rural communities. Our impact is also measurable with 4,500 tons of CO2 mitigated so far and more than 11.5 million liters of water desalinated. Here is where we stand compared to other competitors in the market, with a multifunction of both clean energy and also safe water, and with IoT full remote control and monitoring system. We asked for a seed round of 1 million US dollars, and we have already raised 750 out of the 1 million US dollars. And here is Omar now. Omar now is happy and saving a lot of money for his family and workers, and he is even irrigating his land and drinking safe water out of our LifeBox units. These are our heroes, our heroes that drive the impact in Noor Nation. We are an impact engineers and entrepreneurs of a collective experience of 30 years, and we aim or dream to empower at least 1 million people in Africa with their daily life essentials of clean energy and safe water. Thank you so much.
Hi. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yeah, you said that you have a pending patent. Could you let us know it's at the national stage, or you have more?
Thank you, Dalila, for this question. Yes, it's currently in the national stage. We have applied in Egypt, and we have even applied at the WIPO, but we didn't progress it yet. But the application is already there at the WIPO.
Okay, through PCT, through the Patent Cooperation Team.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
so
thank you.
Great.
Round of applause. Congratulations, you did really well. Okay, so up next we have Patience Onyoche Obande. She is the founder of Schrödinger Technologies Ltd. Similarly to Margaret, she is not able to be with us here today. However, we also have her pitch ready for you all. So big round of applause, and Patience, the stage is yours.
They said water is life, but water killed my sister. Good day, everyone. I am Patience Obande from Schrodinger Technology, Nigeria. Growing up as a child, I was always ill. My parents, as the typical Africans, thought it was a spiritual problem and had my face all marked up, as you can see, just to chase the demons away. But it was cholera that I got from drinking contaminated water. The picture you see on your screen is Grace, my sister, who also died of cholera. This is not just my story, but the story of over 60 million Nigerians. According to World Health Organization, approximately 800,000 children die every year of diarrhea. That is like a child in every 20 seconds. In my community, Bugaji Katsina, people purify water differently. Imagine boiling water using charcoal or firewood. It is expensive, it is time-consuming, and causes high CO2 emission. Then purifying tablets. Constant consumption of this poses negative health impacts on the users. And the popular one, plastic packaged water. This is expensive, it causes plastic pollution and high CO2 emissions. To solve this problem, we developed Rainlight, a solar-powered portable water purification system that purifies up to 10 liters of contaminated water within just 90 seconds of operation. Our technology is simple and works in 3 simple stages: the power stage, the filtration stage, and the disinfection stage. At the power stage, energy is taken from the sun to power the DC pump, which pumps water into the filter. When water goes into the filter traps solid particles, allowing only clean water to pass through it. At this stage, your water is clean, but not yet safe for drinking. To make it safe for drinking, the water goes into the UV disinfection session, where virus and bacteria DNA bonds are broken, making your water safe for drinking. The total addressable market is estimated to reach 617 million by 2027, and we are targeting urban and peri-urban households, institutions, climate-stressed, and rural communities. Our revenue streams is from the sales of our system and also a recurring revenue from filter replacement and what we call water as a service, where customers who are unable to afford Rainlight get clean water from our water stations. Here, we don't just provide clean water, but our water station also boosts agricultural productivity. We are asking for $450,000, which will help us increase production to meet the current demand, and we'll be breaking even in the first quarter of the 3rd year with a profit of 4.6 million USD and over 940% return on investment. Our impact cuts across 3 major areas: the life, the living, and the livelihood. 100 units of our system deliver 4.6 million liters of safe water. It eliminates over 35 tons of plastic bottles and 292 tons of CO2 emissions. We'll also be providing 40+ local jobs and lowering the healthcare burdens on Nigerian families. We are a team of passionate individuals comprising of technical expertise, community trust, and business acumen. And the aim is to ensure that everyone, irrespective of their location or economic circumstance, have access to clean water. So join us. Let us create a water-secure future for Africa. Thank you.
All right. So similarly to Margaret, we also had a question from the jury for her, and that is, your solution addresses communities with limited ability to pay. What evidence do you have that your model is financially sustainable, and how do you balance affordability with scaling your business?
Those living in the rural part of the country may not be able to afford the Rainlight water box. And that is why we have built a bigger version, the Blue Voral solar-powered community water station. It is 10,000 capacity, where individuals and communities who cannot afford Rainlight water box come to get clean water using their smart card with the pay-as-you-go model, where they pay monthly and they get clean water from the water treatment station. We also understand that for those that are able to afford drain lights, instead of having to buy, to rely on clean sources of water, or having to rely on other sources of purifying water, such as using purification tablets or boiling water using charcoal or firewood, it will be preferable for them, or it will be better for them, to just buy a device that can serve them for a couple of years, and all they need to do is to change their filters within the space of 6 months or 8 months. And then the revenue generated from this filter is actually part of our recurring revenue, which helps us to scale even higher.
Okay, so that was it for Patience. Big round of applause. The connection wasn't very good, so that's why she had to turn off her camera when she recorded. So.
And now, last but not least, we are very happy that she made it to Paris. We have Helen Munyasa, founder of Felton Tradings, all the way from Uganda. Please welcome her on the stage.
Hello, my name is Munyasa Helen, founder of Felton Traders Limited. In Uganda, 95% of the sewing threads are imported, taking up to over 60 days to arrive, while 60% of the 600 tons of the plastic waste generated daily is never collected. So we turn that plastic bottle waste into high-quality, affordable polyester sewing threads and deliver them in just 4 to 7 days. Previously, as a textile trader, I faced a 40 to 60-day import delays. I incurred in high shipping costs, with 30% of that going into logistics alone. I lost a lot of revenue and customers, but I'm not the only one. Over 1,000 wholesale textile traders are facing the same issues. Unfortunately, due to heavy dependence on imports, we are robbed of the opportunity of recycling the 60% of the plastic waste generated daily. To solve those problems, we turn plastic bottle waste into high-quality, affordable polyester sewing threads, like in the samples provided below. And to textile traders, this means saving more money, getting their products right on time, also helps us reduce dependence on imports while cleaning our environment. Our business is a B2B. We sell a 10-kilogram carton of sewing threads at $39 to wholesale textile traders. The market opportunity for us right now is massive. Uganda is representing a $13 million market opportunity. East Africa is representing a $58 million market opportunity. And we are well positioned to capturing 20% of that. And with the available 100,000 plus tons of plastic waste, we are well positioned to growing and scaling sustainably. Unlike imports, our threads are more affordable, they are provided right on time, and they are eco-friendly. We've been able to recycle over 1,200 plus tons of plastic waste since inception. We are serving 100 plus wholesale textile traders, and we've been able to empower over 110 women and youth waste collectors. And these are the SDGs we are promoting. We've also been able to grow from $45,000 to currently $212,000, and we're projecting growth of over $2.4 million upon scaling. We are raising $100,000, and we shall be able to purchase a recycling, a staple fiber, and spinning line, and that will greatly help us increase our revenue to $400,000. Promote and provide more green jobs, and also be able to increase our production capacity. And right now, with more support and grants, we are well positioned to turning it into good impact and growth. Together with my team, we are able to grow Felton. We believe that plastic is not waste, but a valuable resource for green jobs, sustainable production, and cleaner communities. Thank you so much for your attention.
Hi.
Hello.
So do you think that this is the kind of business that you'll be able to scale across Africa and then potentially into other regions as well?
Thank you so much for that question. I believe and I know so that I'll be able to grow it. Well, the whole of East Africa, we are having connected problems, import delays and supply gap. So we've not yet been able to produce most of our stuff that we sell within our businesses. Like, for example, in Uganda, we are importing 95%. There is a huge gap and a very clear opportunity. So us being able to produce locally, we are well positioned to tapping into bigger market opportunities. And also the market is virgin, and fashion and textile is a big market opportunity in East Africa. We are doing a lot of sewing, we are doing a lot of fashion right now. And well, the imports are more expensive. And given the fact that our product is made locally, we provide a more affordable product and option. So I believe that recently we were going into the program with YECO, and we have market linkages through AFCFTA, and that gives us access to the East African market very well without incurring in a lot. Like it is when you're importing from China or everywhere else. So we are well positioned to tapping into a bigger market.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that was great, Helen. Congratulations. You may go down now. Thank you. So that's it for the 8 finalists. A big round of applause to all of them. We also have a little surprise to you all. We would like to ask you to be also part of our jury. You will be the ones in charge to give our honorable mention to the People's Choice Awards. There will be a third winner of today. So in the screen, you see some QR code. Please feel free to use your cameras, scan it, follow the instruction, and submit who was your favorite. We look forward to hearing your views.
Amazing. We already see the phones up, and I also want to say later after the pitch, so in a few minutes, we all going to meet up at the Community Hub for the networking event. So stay a little bit on, then there will be drinks and foods over there as well. So while we're waiting for you to all vote, we actually want to ask the jury to come back up on the stage, and we would like to ask you about, how has it been? How has been your pitch? What has been your impression? Some comments, but please come back on the stage.
All right.
So maybe Sarah, you're okay. You're already having the microphone. So what has been your impression about the YECOs here you have been listening today?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to congratulate all of them on the presentations. They were really well delivered, really exciting businesses. And yeah, I think mostly what impressed me was seeing how many of the entrepreneurs saw what many of us would see as kind of an insurmountable problem, and they saw an opportunity there. So, you know, if I think of the sargassum washing up on the shores and it looks like just waste, seeing that as a resource that one can build from. And I think there were lots of examples like that. And it was really very nice to see. So thank you.
Thank you.
Perhaps I can also ask from the two of you, raise your hands when we asked if there were any investors in the room. I wanted to ask you, we are trying to support these young entrepreneurs and many others of the program to get them investment ready. And how do you think the pitch went? If you can let them know a little bit of a piece of advice of an investor, what you look for so that they also know in the future what should they be presenting to the audience.
No one ever wants to go first, right? So first of all, congratulations to all of you. I think all the pitches were really fantastic. So from my perspective, so I invest in venture in Africa, east and southern, so not west. But But essentially what we're often looking for, and this is the thing that I always ask all the entrepreneurs that we talk to, is how many times have you pivoted your business? And the reason we ask that question is because we want to know that you're listening to the market and then you're incorporating that back into your business model. What are the lessons that you're taking from that and then making your business even better every single time? Every single one of you are operating in a market that's really challenging. Every single one. We know you're super resilient, but what we want to understand is how has the business shifted as you've been growing it? So that's something that we look for. Outside of the financial rigor and making sure that you're putting in really good governance, that's what we want to know, is that you're coachable and that means you're also listening to your customers and your market and you're changing things up when you need to.
Yeah, huge respect to all of you. This is the most difficult event of ChangeNOW, I think, to choose the winners. Salesforce has has an impact arm, and we invest in Series A plus, only focused normally on software as a service. But we also work with the World Economic Forum on something called Uplink, to which I'll link you all to that if that's of interest, to be in contact with 50,000 other ecopreneurs, so there's a lot of excitement in that area. Difficult choice, but similar point. We like to see what is the team and what is their experience and how do they work together. What is their complementing expertise on the team? So that's really an important part of what we look for, because you have to pivot many times probably during your evolution as a business, and the team is really key.
Okay, good, thank you.
Yes, I think congratulations to all of you. It's never easy to be judged, to be honest with you. But I think whatever is the result, you made it until here. I think it's a big result. It's a big achievement for all of you to make your business known. And yes, I think always maybe what was said before, ask what is the market, what is needed, and how you can, as I said before, bridge, what you are creating or inventing, or with the market, with the industry, what are also the needs locally also, and of course in this particular event, how you can sustain and make it environmentally friendly. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, you're coming also. I just want to say these are one of the last seconds to vote. So if you haven't voted yet, also make sure to cast your vote for the public choice winner. And of course, Diana, we also want to hear from you.
I mean, I don't have too much to add because everything that's been said has already been brilliant, and you really gave us the easiest job in the world, because judging is so much easier compared to the hard work that you're all doing in the front lines, in your respective businesses, in your respective countries. So thank you for not only coming here to this event, but also for the day-to-day work that you do to make your business possible. We're very grateful that you do that, not just for you and for your communities, but for the entire world. And I guess since I mentioned the world, I just want to say that we live in a really fast-paced, changing landscape. And I have to mention as well that you should be on the lookout for regulatory and policy changes that might have an effect in your business, because that's really a key of making it in this world. And you have a whole network of support through ITC and through the partnerships that you can forge here. So thank you again, and congratulations to every single one of you. We're so happy that you're here.
All right. Thank you for your comments on this end. So we are still counting. I'm looking here at the jury scores. So it's not so easy to actually count all the scores together. So we don't have the winners yet. So we need a little bit more patience before we can do the final announcement. So I know everyone is excited. We are too. But the results are not out yet.
Yes, I believe that the juries, you can take a seat. Thank you very much. And actually, we've talked about the alumni as well. So these are fellow YECOs who have been in the program in the past. So I'm actually going to put people on the spot, and I'm going to ask our colleague, Makwena, who was participating in the YECO 2024, to come onto the stage and tell us a little bit more about her experience. I think we have a microphone. Absolutely.
Over to you, Makwena.
So Makwena, you were part of the program. You've been there 2 years ago, then a year ago. So tell us a little bit more about what you think about the program, how it impacted your journey, and tell us a little bit more about Viva Organica.
Okay. Thank you, Paula. I've been saying over the past 2 days when we'd have visitors by the YECO store that the YECO program has to be one of my top 3 most influential and very helpful accelerator programs that we've joined as Viva Organica. Definitely opened up our network and also exposure to seeing how fellow entrepreneurs in the land restoration space, the kind of work and the scale of impact that they're going for, and translating that as something that we can do back home. We then set our eyes as well with executing what it is that the vision that we've always had for empowering our smallholder farmers with practicing sustainable agriculture practices. So I come from Viva Organica. We're a youth-led biotech startup based in Botswana, Africa. And as I just briefly mentioned, we are empowering our smallholder farmers in being able to grow food more sustainably. So organic or sustainable agriculture, for the most part, was something that wasn't even known of or understood as something that is practical and very much necessary. But within the 3 years that I have known Paula and Milena through the YECO program, there's also been a global shift in understanding that sustainability is not so much an aesthetic. It's a necessary thing that we need to adopt at large scale for the benefit of the planet and our people and animals. And so with that, I wish the YECO finalists all the best. They did amazing. I'm inspired as well to continue pushing with our business back home. Thank you.
Thank you, Makwena. All right, let's see if our colleagues back then, how is it going with the scoring? I think they're still...
Soon there. I think I saw the soon there.
Okay, we're good?
2 more minutes. All right, 2 more minutes. Let's see. Kwani, I think you can also come on the stage. Kwani is from Lesotho and has joined us in last year's cohort. So tell us a little bit about yourself while we finalize the scores.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Kwane. So I'm from a very little country called Lesotho, a country that nobody apparently knows. So I want to say this. I was the first Mosotho on the YECO program, right? And the YECO was not the first program that I was in, but I was first to them, right? And I want to say this. I'll give numbers. Since YECO, we came into YECO as a very struggling technology business, not too sure on where we are going, because building a tech business in Africa is not the easiest of things. But up to today, we power insurance in Lesotho. We have made over thousands of dollars in revenue, and we are a very steady business right now, employing across Africa, even in Rwanda. And that is all because of YECO. And with YECO, it's not just about the money, but mostly about the technical aspect of it. How to do your finances, how to understand the market and things like that. The things that the judges have talked about. Because sometimes it's not just about the money. It's more about, do these founders understand the customers, how to approach customers and things like that. That's what I got from YECO. And the business that I'm building is a geospatial company. So we are trying to understand the world using satellites and artificial intelligence. And we're helping farmers in my country adopt agricultural insurance for them to be able to afford the insurance, use the insurance, and farm more commercially, more than subsistence farming. Yeah, it's English. So thank you very much. Congratulations to the winners today, and to everybody. Have a great day and enjoy Paris. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much, Kwane. That was amazing. We're still looking at our colleagues to see if they're ready. But perhaps let's hear a little bit about a current member of YECO, which didn't manage to get to the finalist, but perhaps they can develop a little bit more about the master classes and the training. So I'm going to put on the spot our colleague Ramata, and if she can come in. And she was part of the boot camp. She was also part of the accelerator. So could you tell us a little bit more? How was your experience, the virtual classes, the master classes, the type of content that you learned, so that maybe some of the entrepreneurs that raised their hand in the audience actually could be interested in joining? Well, actually, I had a mic, so.
Thank you very much for allowing me to stand in front of everyone today. The YECO program, I'll continue saying, was really mind-changing for me. It really changed my mindset on how I manage my business. I am the CEO and co-founder of my organization, and before I joined YECO, I was really managing my business loosely and not understanding certain strategic decisions that I was making. So starting with the boot camp, we learned so much on just really leadership, how to protect your business with your IP management, and we learned a lot from EY as well, and really, it's just changed how I'll manage my business. It's allowed me to be here today in a global setting where I can talk about my business confidently. It exposed us to how to be investment ready and find the right investor for your organization, because before that, you just be running to every investor talking about your business, but really, you have to find an investor that fits your business, and I learned that a lot, and I'm really grateful for the mentorship from the ITC team. It felt like you were talking to a friend, you know. They were always there for us, always there checking up on us. The mentors you matched us with were just incredible. We learned a lot from them as well, how to just position yourself in the market, market access. There's just so much we've learned from YECO, and I'm really, really grateful. And I would encourage a lot of entrepreneurs around there who want to apply, please get into this program, understand what you want for your business and where you want to go. So thank you so much.
All right, I see the thumbs going up down there. So that's amazing. That means we actually have our winners set. Little bit delay. It's hard, you know. You did so well, but it's hard. There are so many different categories on that end. So my colleague is bringing the announcement for the land restoration. And are you all excited? Because I am. It has been multiple months of preparation. So let's hear from Paula. Please come on the stage.
All right, so sorry for the delay, but we finally have our winner. So it is with great pleasure that I want to announce the winner of the Youth Ecopreneur Award for the land restoration category is Camila Sa from Satellites on Fire. Woohoo! Yeah, sorry. There's the photo. Good. All right.
And with this, before you go down, there's also a small trophy we want to give you. So this comes in addition to the check. Well done.
I think he wants to.
Congratulations.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now we have our second business category. So the green business category. And for this, I would like to welcome again ITC's Director for Sustainable Inclusive Trade, Vanessa Ergobogo from ITC, to announce the winner. We need a mic. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And the winner of the Green Business Category Award is Helen from Hilton Traders. Congratulations.
I can take this and your phone.
Congratulations.
I can take
No, I need my phone.
All right.
Thank you. Sorry.
It's all right. We're just trying to help.
Well,
That's yours?
Bring that flag. I actually have a message for you, Helen, which is why I need my phone. I have a message from you, Helen, from Ambassador Arthur Kafero. He's the Deputy Permanent Representative of Uganda to the UN, the World Trade Organization, and other international organizations in Geneva. And he sends you congratulations for your innovation in turning plastic waste into economic opportunity and future jobs for young people. Over 75% of Ugandans are under 30, which is why the youth sector is a policy priority for the government. And on behalf of Uganda, we're thrilled to have this recognition on the global stage, and he commits to working with ITC to facilitate any follow-up. Congratulations.
Well done, well done. And now we are going actually to all of your choices. So the last one is the People Choice Award. And with this, let me go here to the middle. I would like to welcome on the stage with me Joshua. Please come. Well done. This is your trophy. You did very well. Well done. Another message we are having.
Very much. And Joshua, I have a message for you from His Excellency Ambassador Matthew Wilson. He's the Ambassador of Barbados to the UN, WTO, and other international organizations in Geneva. And Ambassador Wilson says, I'm so proud that Joshua has won the People's Choice Award at the ITC G20 Global Land Initiative Youth Ecopreneur Awards in Paris. The level of innovation and passion that you've shown in turning an environmental challenge into a developmental solution is exactly the kind of approach that Barbados requires moving forward. This is what investing in young entrepreneurs can lead to, and I call on partners to support Joshua and help him scale his incredible business. Many thanks to ITT for continuing to promote and incubate young talent. Congratulations. Well done.
Congratulations. And Joshua, you can stay. We're going to take a quick picture with all of the three finalists. Oh, winners, yes, actually. Winners. We are past finalists.
You can stay for the photo. Yep. Let's bring Camilla. M3 on the middle. I'll stay to the side. Voila. You can go in the middle as well.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Big round of applause to our three winners. Actually, wait. Now, we wanted to thank once again our jury members for your time, for being with us here today. Also to our partners, Google, EY, WIPO, Sidley. It is a great pleasure. I think we can take one big family photo with all of our juries, our winners, our YECO team as well. And with this, we encourage you all to come to our networking event taking place at the Community Hub. So one more time, our winners, and then we call the finalists. So. Yes. Who else? You should go in the middle. You should go in the middle. Let's see if our colleagues...
And before everyone is leaving, the celebration actually doesn't end here. We are continuing at the Community Hub for our networking event where you can engage. You can continue the discussions. I know there were a lot of questions still for the finalists. So please stay on like 5 more minutes and then we go together over to the reception.
Click one more.
Huh?
All right.
Andrea.
Let's not be picky. Just do the photo. And one with the finalists. Come, quick. You can go to the other side as well. Yes, come. Thank you very much. Stay tuned and see you at the Community Hub.
Yes, now it's time to celebrate. So we have our, after the applause, Impact Leaders Networking Reception.